Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sunday night edition to Club 927. We're excited to be here. I have to say, I'm very excited for a lot of reasons. Number one, I'm here with Kaleigh Baker, and I've really been looking forward to having Kaleigh Baker on the program. You're going to be amazed at what you hear tonight. And two, because we are live in living color from the North Avenue Studios. Now, this is a state-of-the-art studio, really designed for all the great musicians out there like Kaleigh Baker. They've done many shows in here with live musicians and created albums. So we decided to partner up with North Avenue and be where the musicians are comfortable inside of a beautiful studio. So we're expecting great things to come out of this partnership with North Avenue Studios right here in Orange City, Florida. And we're going to be able to stream some video into the program. So as you listen to the program tonight, we don't want you to watch the video driving down the road, but as you sit in front of your computer, which a lot of you do around the world, listen to the program, you'll be able to see Kaleigh Baker and see some great video clips that they put together and some clips here and there of the host, myself, which will be quite an interesting experience for you, I'm sure. But the cool thing is you'll be able to see Kaleigh and what she looks like and see her sing some songs on the stage. So we are really proud to be here at North Avenue Studios, and welcome to a great show. Kaleigh, it's great to be here with you tonight. Welcome to Club 927.
It's my pleasure, and I think you look fantastic on camera, so you don't have anything to worry about.
I'm holding my stomach in.
Me too. Me too. Are you guys too? I think the cameramen are too. I think we're all a little...
Well, we're having fun, and yeah, we're all a little nervous because it's a new experience for us, and they got all these bright lights on us and cameras and all that, but we'll get used to it rather quickly because we're professionals, right, Kaleigh?
Something like that.
Yeah. So, Kaleigh, we're gonna talk about your music tonight. We're gonna see some video clips during the program. I got a chance to sit down with David and Lee here at the studio and look at the great video stuff that they put together right here at this theater. And what's the name? That's Aztec Theater, is that right?
Athens Theater.
Athens Theater.
Yeah.
Okay. Right here in DeLand. So we're going to see some of that as we go through the show. And you're getting ready to put together a brand new album, which we're going to be tracking through 4 of those tracks tonight. So we're going to be exposed to your music. But, before we go into that, let's talk about your unique style. What really got my attention is a fantastic voice, a natural presentation of music, great musicianship. Got some blues folded in there and lots of other wonderful things. Where does this sound come from?
Well, I guess one of the things you said, blues. I guess my music really is strongly rooted in blues. I was very passionate about blues when I first moved down to Orlando and, was having CDs handed to me by other people like, oh, you sound great. Listen to this stuff. See what you like about this music. See what you like about that music. And fortunate for me, for the past 3 years, I've met a lot of people who were wanting to turn me on to different genres of music. So I guess my unique style just comes from constantly listening to other music. And I guess maybe my writing style as well, just starting with a couple of chords, and that's just... the tempos, it just depends.
Well, interesting that you're from New York and moved south here. Being from New York, what attracted you to the blues style originally? I mean, a lot of blues players come from the South, not typically New York. So what headed you that direction?
I wasn't necessarily into blues music before I moved down to Orlando. I grew up in a really small valley in western New York, about an hour southeast of Rochester. And I listened to a lot of radio. That was it. My father had a nice sized stack of vinyl, that I would listen to a couple things. It was either the Grease soundtrack or Pink Floyd The Wall. So I know, weird.
That's pretty wide spectrum.
How do you get those two? Yeah, I'm not sure. But I guess maybe that just gives you another idea of how, wide the range is of music that I love and music that I like to perform. But I didn't really start singing the blues until I moved down to Orlando. Again, for 9 months, I didn't make music at all. I made friends with a group of recording arts students out of Full Sail, and I was very, very, very intimidated by how talented they were and how much they knew about music. So I kind of just sat back and listened and absorbed for as long as I could. And I can sing really loud, and I've got a little bit of grit. So You know, I went and do a couple of blues jams, and it's pretty easy, 1-4-5, you know, so it was easy for me to kind of absorb what it is about blues that people love so much. So I started singing the blues, and then from there met folks like the Abs and the Trio, and got into jazz and samba and funk through Shaq Nasty, and hip hop through Soliloquist of Sound, you know. So I love all these different genres of music. You can throw them all into my music. I'd be more than happy to play all of them for the rest of my life.
Well, you said loud and grit, but your voice is so smooth too. I mean, yeah, it's loud and you command attention, but what's the word? Sexy and smooth, and you draw people in with your music. Where did that voice come from? Have you been singing since you were younger? Or, I mean, how did you develop that?
Well, I like to think I've been singing my whole life, you know, in the shower when nobody's home. You can ask my parents and my brothers. I didn't really walk around the house singing at the top of my lungs ever. That was like saved for when nobody was home, and I could jump up and down on my bed and sing, you know, Whitney Houston and Aretha Franklin and stuff like that. But I sang in chorus in high school, kind of, you know, sat in the back, sang as loud as I could to get a good grade. And then somebody heard me, my girlfriend, Katie Wall. She's a really, really good friend of mine that I grew up with in Canisteo, New York. And she took vocal lessons, her and my friend Alicia. They always took vocal lessons. Beautiful, beautiful singers. And it kind of wasn't really the thing for me to take lessons, but I loved hearing them sing. And Katie one day was like, I got to sing this song, but can you try to sing harmony for me? So I did. I sang harmony, and she was like, what the beep, beeps, beep, beeps, beep. Where'd this come from? You know, I was a jock in high school. I played sports. That's what I did. I played sports. So Kate heard me and spread the word. And I got
sports where you got some of this attitude, right? Which is good.
Probably.
Gumption.
That's why I'm so offensive all the time. Watch out. But no, Kate heard me sing, spread the word, and the chorus teacher gave me my first solo in 10th grade. I wish that I had a video clip of that, because my father was so nervous because he never heard me sing before, and he's like, I don't know if she can sing. I don't know. So the camera's going like this, and I start singing, and it slowly starts smoothing out because I was okay. You know, I can hold a good pitch. I was way better than anybody thought they were. So from then I started doing solos in the chorus concerts, and did a little bit of acting, did some musicals and stuff like that. So I'm not trained necessarily, well, not at all, other than just singing for myself, listening to records, singing to the radio. I did all my training myself.
Well, I don't know. From listening to you sing and watching you on stage, I think that might be a good thing.
I think so too. I think it's working out okay for me so far. I don't have any complaints.
It's interesting, the picture that you paint with your dad. He's nervous, the camera's shaking around, and as you begin to sing, it smooths out. So the power of influence, which I mentioned earlier, you sort of seem to have a power over your audience. Do you realize that? Do you do it on purpose? Does it come natural? What is that?
To be completely honest with you, I think that the audience has a stronger hold over me than I have over them. A lot of the things that I do on stage, a lot of the things that I sing, really pertains to how much energy I'm feeding off from the crowd. Like, I've talked to Lee, who's doing the sound for us today, and even these gentlemen in here doing the cameras, that I don't do so well usually in the studio. I'm trying to, but it's just because I absorb energy, like I think harder than most people do. Like I cry really easy.
Yeah,
like I've got heightened emotions. I can go from 0 to 10 like this. My boyfriend will tell you I'm so sorry about everything. But yeah, I have heightened emotions, and if I've got a really great crowd in front of me, I can put on a fantastic show. I mean, I can really feel good about it at the end, and there's no gimmicks and no fireworks and nothing that I have planned before I go on stage ever.